Yo, 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 yo. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Hold on. Let me call. Get the call. Alright. Got a little look in my system, from earlier, but got the water, man. I'm trying to get this shit cleared up on my system, but let me talk to y'all about some serious shit. Let me talk to y'all some serious shit. I mean, every time I come on here, it's some serious shit that need to be said, you know what I mean? I don't really share. I feel more comfortable sharing this type of shit with y'all, and just you know what I mean, just sharing this. So today I'm gonna talk about what got me through, you know what I mean. Well, I'm still kind of going through shit, as we know it. I'm still going through the reboot. I'm still going through, you know what I mean, little mood swings here and there, you know what I mean, here and there, rarely. But I just wanted to talk about how I got through, like, the depression, with addiction and all this shit. When you stop doing the shit you were so used to every fucking day, you start to feel like you take a couple days off. First, you're gonna get real urges. For me, anyway, I got real urges to just do that, go back to that habit, because I was so used to, my body and mind was so used to doing that shit every day, you know what I mean, which is watching adult videos and adult films and shit like that. So you do it for so long. I thought I had it under control. When you have an addiction like this, you think you have it under control. You probably don't think you really addicted. You like, man, if I just stop for 2 weeks, I'll be cool. And you feel me? I'll be able to live without this shit. But the feeling got so deep. It got deeper and deeper without me even just being aware of what the fuck I was doing to my body, to my brain. You know what I mean? I wasn't fully aware what I was doing in the moment. And then a couple years later, then I found out how fucked up my brain was from watching adult films and jacking off every day and all this shit. You feel me? I mean, I'm just telling you all the truth. A lot of niggas done did it. And if it's not every day, it's like, I mean, a lot of men had their own fair share addiction with adult films. So it's like, but this is just my story, and how I've really got just deep into the rabbit hole, because I mean, I done had that connection. You feel me? I was trying to link up and hook up with girls, but this was like back in like middle school. That's when I really fell into addiction. That's when I really fell into it, because it's like, man, I don't know what the fuck to do. Shit hard as hell. I don't know what to do, so I'ma just, the girl is tripping, so I'ma just watch porn. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. And I already told y'all what they try to push and the narrative they try to push. And I mean, y'all kind of probably, a lot of y'all get the picture of what kind of dark energy comes with just watching that shit over time. You know what I mean? In periods of time. So, just after I stopped, and a couple months, I was just going in depression, guilt, shame, you know what I mean, I wouldn't even, just real, like, a deep anxiety. I mean, I was about to say something about suicidal. Was I kind of suicidal? I was like, man, sometimes I kind of wish I was dead, but I just felt like shit, bro. Like, mentally, like, unstable. I was just mentally unstable, and there's still times where I just, I might still go through withdrawals. Even though it won't necessarily be depression. It might be not anxiety either. How I got through that depression, one way was, meditate. Meditating and looking at YouTubers. And, I came across this one YouTuber, right? So I came across him, he was talking about meditation, and I used to have depression, anxiety, and I just started trying to get outside, just get outside, because a lot of the times, he said, you depressed or something, you sad because you ain't getting enough sun, which is a big thing. Everybody needs that sunlight, everybody needs that, even if you just outside, just walking, just walk around the block if it's safe. Find you a place that you can walk around safe where you can get some sun, because your skin needs that. But getting through that depression stage was just a big part of where I'm at today. And I really just kind of think about if it ever come to a point in time where, I'm on the edge of relapsing or doing any of that shit, I gotta remember why the fuck I can't go, because I can't go back to going through that depression, anxiety. I already done overcame that shit. I overcame that shit. It feel good overcoming that shit, but I still got goals to, just sit straight. But that anxiety was it was severe. Because my body's not used to this shit, and I didn't tell it wasn't nobody that I can really just talk to this shit about. Like, I wasn't talking about this shit with nobody. So it's like I was keeping everything to myself. I didn't really kind of know how to deal with it, or, you know. I mean, when you deal with shit like this that I'm dealing with, it's kind of out of the ordinary, and you just feel like you don't belong, like, with the people, 100% people around you. You feel like you already know that they not even going through the same shit, and you just don't know how to get through it. You feel me? You don't know, especially with the anxiety and shit. And one thing you gotta learn is that you in your head, and you know what I mean. It's just a withdrawal symptom. It's temporary. No matter how long it lasts, it's temporary. So just keep that in mind, and you know what I mean. Just going through that dark place in my life, you know. After that, went like a year and a half before I relapsed. I just relapsed last, like, May 2021. Yeah, it was like May. Which is, I'm just scrolling social media, you know what I mean? Scrolling TikTok. Saw a girl, I was like, God damn. And then it just came over me without even me thinking it. I just instantly did it, you know what I mean? But, I mean, it is what it is. You just gotta set yourself up for success. You can't be looking at these pictures and this shit. I got me a Tinder. I've been on Tinder. Tinder, I call myself, but like, bro, this shit can, you feel me? I know what triggers me and what don't. So it's like, you just gotta really know. But getting through that depression stage and, you know what I mean, wanting to kill yourself, because I guarantee you a lot of people not going through the same shit. And if they not speaking up about it. They just put on the fucking act like it's not happening, where in reality a lot of motherfuckers is going through this shit. But just meditation and not really giving a fuck about what people, another thing I really cared about what people, you know what I mean, thought about me going through this shit. And that just makes the depression worse, because you're already going through with the addiction. You know what I mean, with the adult film addiction, and you jacking off every day and shit. Like, I'm gonna just say porn shit. What? Fuck it. But, you know what I mean, just watching porn and all this shit. And what was that? Fuck, I gotta look at my system, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm trying. I'm sobered up, though. I done sobered down. I'm chilling right now. I'm chilling. But I'm just trying to think about it at the top of my head. I ain't posted in a minute. I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of my energy, you know what I mean, lately. Lately, I've been, for the past couple of days, I've been just bored. Like, just at work and shit. I've been bored and... Alright. But, anyways, you know what I mean, just getting through that dark time. Let me get back to it. Getting through that dark time, just meditating, you know what I mean? Just knowing that you in your head with the anxiety and, you know what I mean, you are not your thoughts. Just, and with the guilt and shame part of it, you are not your actions. It's gonna be a point in time where you're gonna realize that the shit you did in the past, like the real bad shit, it don't matter if you did somebody wrong or if you know what I mean, all the guilt, like, man, I did this, I did that. It's gonna come a point in time when you addicted to porn, right, and you take a break from that, right, and that depression kick in, all that shit gonna hit you at once, the guilt and all that shit. It's gonna overwhelm you, you know what I mean? And it's not a good feeling, but I mean, you can obviously get through it. Obviously, hell yeah, for sure. Might take you a little bit of time, might take you a little bit longer than most, you know what I mean? But just know that you are not your actions, you are not your past. That's something I really just stuck with, is that I'm not my past, you know what I mean? And that really helped me on my journey. Just knowing that I'm not my past, and I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just staying in the present, because by you feeling bad that you did this, or you did somebody wrong or anything, it just shows that you got a conscience that I feel like it's not really no bad people in the world. Like, you feel me? It might sound crazy, but that's just, if you think about it, in the sense that I'm thinking about it. But I just wanted to talk to y'all a little bit. I didn't really get, just send me a comment what you guys want me to talk about next, where I'm at. I thought I was gonna sneeze. I yawn, man. But I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all, man. Just meditation, you know what I mean, getting in nature. I mean, obviously I sage, I got all type of spiritual products and shit like that. Meditating, not giving a fuck about what people think. Just be empowered by embrace what the fuck you going through, and like just let that shit strengthen you. You feel me? Like, just know that don't be like, man, I'm a bad person. Like, why am I going through this? I'm destined to fail and all that. It's all type of negative thoughts that goes through your brain. But just know that you were built for this shit. Like, I'm built for this shit. Like, that's how I think. And I'm built for this shit. Like, this shit ain't no... Even if I'm still going through it to this day, like, motherfuckers don't understand. Like, your friends don't understand. You might tell your friends about the porn addiction, all that shit. They might laugh. Especially when you get to talking about motherfuckers getting porn-induced ED and all that. Niggas is laughing. This shit ain't no fun. I mean, we know this. But, like I said, just keep it pushing, bro. Keep it going, bro. Keep it striving. You see what I'm doing. A lot of niggas is not doing what I'm doing with these videos. Some of y'all can do the same shit. You know what I mean? Just get to talking about... I wouldn't even say you got a necessary topic on porn addiction, but just talk about different shit. Because mental health is, like, a big part. You know what I mean? A lot of my family members probably went through it, you know what I mean? Well, struggled with it at some point in time. And we just kind of keep it hidden and shit like that. So we just got to learn how to really just treat ourselves instead of just taking the antidepressants and shit like that. Learn how to just kind of treat yourself. Try to be natural with this shit and not just be on pills, be on drugs. Like, you feel me? Just deal with this shit in another way than just some artificial shit. You know what I mean? But I love y'all, man. I appreciate all the support, all the questions, and you guys just asking questions and you guys interacting with me. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. You know what I mean? You guys can send me a DM on Instagram or whatever. You got any questions? I don't know everything, but I'm just showing y'all my experience, and you know what I mean? I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this shit. I'm built for this shit, and I love my purpose, and I love this, doing this and speaking about certain shit, and pointing out what's wrong, and you know what I mean, how I can change and improve my life. So, and I love you guys. Obviously, if I can change you guys' life, and that's a good thing. So, with that being said, I'm out.